Hey guys, Preston here, and I'm going to be talking about a interesting topic that has to do with the current state of the AL East division. This one is interesting to say the least. You got your Orioles, your Rays, your Yankees, your Blue Jays, your Red Sox, all bunched together. Now, this is in past years. This is how it's pretty much been. It's been Yankees, Red Sox, and Orioles. Those are pretty much the top three teams that were always in the AL East division, always on top. And then you had the Rays somewhat on the bottom. And then you had the Blue Jays all the way dead last. But this year, there's been almost kind of like a flip around, because now the Orioles are on top after going on like a monster streak. And you got the Rays, who traded pretty much everyone on the team, from their key hitting with Will Myers to their pitching with David Price, and yet they're in second place. They were in first place actually. And then you got the Yankees in third place, who they were in first place, but they started to struggle a bit when their pitching wasn't really on par. I mean, they lost Andrew Miller, Pineda's been shaky, Tanaka's been shaky. Their best pitcher, most consistent, is probably Adam Warren. He's not even going to be the rotation soon, but they do have Nova back, so the Yankees are half game out of first place. And then you have the Blue Jays, who were doing awful, I remember, at the beginning of the season, but then they started to pick it back up. They were on like an 8 or 9 game winning streak, and they're right behind the Yankees. So all those four teams right there, they are in the race for the first place. We'll see which one holds out. You never know when it comes down to the last month who will flop and who will succeed. Because right now, the Yankees, Blue Jays, Rays, and Orioles, they all are separated by 1 or 2 wins and losses. So they're right on top of each other. And then last place, which is interesting, is the Red Sox. Currently, they are 34 and 43, 8 games out of first place. Now, they started off hot. All their hitting was pretty much coming together with Hanley Ramirez, Sandoval. I don't know about Ortiz. Ortiz hasn't really done well really all season long. Mookie Betts was doing good. Their pitching was alright. But all of a sudden now, they just haven't been able to pick it up. Justin Masterson hasn't been doing good. And then Wade Miley's been alright. So not a lot of good things coming out of Boston. Also their hitting. I mean, David Ortiz is this year. Batting around like 230, 240. Hanley Ramirez, he's been injured a couple of times. Sandoval's been injured a couple of times. So they're a little iffy. It's also interesting because they were, just 2 years ago, they just won the World Series, and yet they are not doing too well. But they did get a lot of good pieces. I mean, they got Sandoval and Hanley Ramirez, and a lot of starting rotation. So for some reason, that provides to a worse record probably. I don't think they're even on pace for what they were on last year for wins. Maybe, I don't even know. They're barely hanging in there. But for the most part, the Yankees and the Rays have been pretty much consistent throughout the whole season, record-wise. And the Orioles, I remember they were probably in like second to last place. Nothing's going right for them. When they lost Nelson Cruz, starting pitching is iffy for them. That's always is. Except for Zach Britton, he's pretty good in the bullpen. But for the most part, starting rotation just iffy for the Orioles. And they also have been hampered with some injuries. I know Jonathan Scoop, their starting second baseman, was injured. Matt Wieters was injured. Adam Jones is currently dealing with injury right now. So a lot of question marks over there. And then Rays, we talked about. I don't know how they're doing this. I mean, they have pretty much a minor league team playing right now, except for Longoria. That's pretty much it right there. And then you got the Yankees in the mix right there. They are shaky. Starting rotation is iffy. Hitting wise, the Yankees are iffy. When they're hot, they're hot. When they're not, they are not. They are getting shut out whenever they cannot hit. But when they hit, they just blow up pitchers. And bullpen has been shaky for the Yankees ever since Miller went to the DL, or 15 to ADL. But they do have some nice acquisitions. They have like Justin Wilson and Jason Shreve that have helped the Yankees stay afloat in the bullpen, and Dellin Betances. But they've also sent a lot of people from the bullpen down and up. A lot of minor leaguers, they're just flipping flopping. So nothing's really certain for that Yankees bullpen right there. And that pretty much describes how the AL East division is going. I don't really pay attention to the other ones, I know, but I know the AL East division is a little iffy. It can go either way. Boston can make a nice run, making it back to first place if they chose to, I guess. I mean, the Orioles did a complete 180 turnaround, and the Blue Jays did a 180 turnaround, though. And now the Yankees have some competition because they were in first place, but then they started struggling a bit. Because pretty much for the Yankees, it started out they were bad, and they were good, and they were bad again, and they were good. But now they're seeming on like a middle ground right here. They're not winning many games, but they're also not losing too many games. So just balancing out as their record's not really the best. Only 6 games above 500. So this division can go either way. I can see the Yankees taking the division like they have in previous years, but they have not the past 2 years. I can see the Rays somehow doing it. I mean, it's not impossible. I can see the Orioles coming back on top like last year, if everything comes together for them. Blue Jays, I can't really see them. I mean, they do have some good pieces with Jose Reyes, Josh Donaldson, Bautista, and Encarnacion, but Encarnacion, Bautista, they've been known to get injured as well. So is Reyes. So a lot of question marks there. I don't think they can do well. Also, starting rotation for them is a little iffy. They can go either way. So for the most part, I think that the guaranteed for first place probably be the Orioles. And if the Orioles don't win the division, I think it could be the Yankees. It's not because I'm a Yankee fan, but they do have pieces with their, including with their bullpen and top of the lineup for the Yankees that can perform. Especially Alex Rodriguez, he can probably just carry them at this point. He's probably, I think he's second or first in home runs and RBIs and like average and stuff like that. So Yankees and Orioles, I think they can come up. They will come up on top because I know the Rays. I know they're on a good streak right now, but I don't think they can continue it. But we'll see. So that is it for this commentary on the state of the AL East division for baseball. That's pretty much it right here. Quick recap. Nothing is set in stone for these teams, and we'll see how it goes as we play along. So, my name's Preston, and I'll see you guys later, so see ya.